Soggy Science here. We're on number 9. Getting up there. It's cool. I'm having fun with this. Anyway, this week some news from the Hunley. It's the 150th anniversary of its sinking. It was the first submarine to sink another warship. And they're learning more about it. The crew was found in place, very well preserved at all their stations. So they're thinking it sunk quickly, but they don't really know yet. It was sunk in 1864 on February 17th. So there should be a lot of news about the Hunley this week coming up. Great Lakes. It's cold. It's frozen. There are caves. Talked about that last week. I remember my grandmother talking about ice skating across the Detroit River. It hadn't happened in a long time. So apparently this is some of the most freezing ice, frozen over stuff in at least 20 years. And apparently it might be rivaling the turn of the last century. So we'll see. Winter's almost over, but I don't think it's going to be over anytime soon over in the Great Lakes. Sneaker waves. No, not some cool new footwear, but waves that kind of come out of nowhere on the beaches, generally steeper beaches, generally the Pacific Northwest and Northern California, but they're getting better at forecasting them, which is great news because apparently there's been a lot of fatalities attached to sneaker waves. Troy Nicolini of the National Weather Service kind of announced and worked on that, and they're making great strides at forecasting days that would be higher risk. So if you're up north, watch yourself on the beach, especially if it's extra calm for extended periods of time. It doesn't mean that the waves are small that day necessarily. China in the news, 5 research vessels, and planning a lot more research. They're definitely getting out there, not just in Antarctica, but in their own backyard, I should say. And they're working on the Western Pacific Ocean system. And they have 5 ships, ROVs, and a bunch of other stuff to do current and temperature studies in the South China Sea. So hopefully we'll get some good data out of that, and we'll see what their plans are. Nicaragua in the news. Not a new item. It was a competing area for the Panama Canal, but they've signed a deal with a Hong Kong firm that's going to potentially take a new canal from the Caribbean to the Pacific as a competitor against the Panama Canal through Lake Nicaragua, most likely. Lake Nicaragua is not deep enough for the deep draft big vessels they want to allow to come through, so they're going to have to dredge and go through a lot of rainforest and other things. Maybe economic boom for Nicaragua, but at what cost? They actually let the company do the environmental impact report themselves. So we'll see how that unfolds. Fukushima, another 100 metric tons of radioactive water leak. Apparently not to the ocean this time, but it's only 700 meters away. So either way, it's not so good. Strontium 90. Shorter half-life stuff, but still not good. Come on, guys. Get your stuff together. Time to stop having these leaks and mistakes happen by accident. It's already been an accident, but who knows? Hopefully it won't get worse. And hopefully we can start cleaning it up. El Nino. And an El Nino in Samoa apparently has a very interesting effect. Who knew this? This is crazy. Apparently for up to a year afterwards, tides are unusually low and sea levels are lower. They're really looking into this, and it's a very fascinating phenomenon, but to have that kind of effect is really kind of unique. So I look forward to hearing more about that really soon. Western Australia, shark culls, the reports are out. Over 60 tiger sharks taken. Seems to remember that they were worried about great whites, but they're taking out a huge keystone species and lots of them. And it's not really going to make anything better, probably. So the money's probably better spent elsewhere. I've been saying from the beginning. Time to end that practice. Anyway, Bali. Boy, just full of not so great news. Japanese divers left in the water by their dive boat for 3 days. Drifted 20 kilometers or 12 miles, and one of them died, unfortunately. I wish my best to all of you out there. I hope you're recovering well, and sorry for your loss. And dive boat ops Come on, let's not leave people behind. Even if the weather gets bad or you lose somebody, it's really bad. So hopefully lessons will be learned and we can make things better for diving in Bali, because diving is very safe and very fun. So it's very unfortunate and rare to hear something like this. Anyway, on a more positive note, we have a new X Prize. Whoop, whoop, whoop. $2 million prize. So all you ocean scientists out there, get on board. And it's the Wendy Schmidt Ocean Health Prize. And it's prize going to be given to information and better understanding towards ocean acidification. So, way to go, OPS, Louis, good on ya. That's been a major push for them and probably a big chunk of their new movie. But get out there and apply, guys. It's a good deal if you're in the sciences and should lead us to some answers, hopefully, and innovation. Subscribe, get out there, get in the water, and get soggy.